Have you ever felt like you're just not good enough, that your dreams are too big, or that the world is moving too fast? David certainly did. He believed he was stupid, his classmates' laughter echoed his deepest fears, and his confidence crumbled. But one quiet conversation after school changed everything, and 5 years later, his life looked nothing like anyone expected. This isn't just a story about studying, it's a blueprint for unlocking your potential, finding inner peace, and building a life of purpose. David grew up in a small town, a haven nestled amidst rolling green hills and quiet, tree-lined streets. His early life was a tapestry of simple joys, chasing fireflies with friends, listening to the melodic chirping of birds at dawn, and watching fluffy clouds drift lazily across an endless blue sky. It was a childhood painted with innocence, a small but profoundly happy world where worries seemed distant. Yet, beneath this idyllic surface, a silent struggle began to brew, casting a long shadow over David's burgeoning self-esteem. Schoolwork, which seemed effortless for others, became an insurmountable mountain for him. No matter how diligently he tried, lessons never seemed to stick, concepts remained elusive, and his focus would scatter like dandelion seeds in the wind. He felt a constant, gnawing sense of being overwhelmed, a feeling that chipped away at his spirit. The sting of his classmates' laughter, whenever he stumbled or made a mistake, cut deeper than any physical wound. Each snicker, each whispered comment, reinforced a dangerous, self-limiting belief that he was inherently not smart enough, that he was somehow broken. This insidious thought began to take root, slowly suffocating his natural curiosity and replacing it with crippling doubt and fear. When a young person loses belief in their own capabilities, the battle for learning is often lost long before a single book is opened, impacting not just academics but their entire outlook on life. One crisp autumn afternoon, as the last rays of sunlight filtered through the classroom window, David found himself lingering. The room was quiet, save for the gentle rustle of papers as Mr. Bennett, the philosophy teacher, organized his desk. David hesitated at the doorway, his heart thumping a frantic rhythm against his ribs, a mixture of fear and desperate hope swirling within him. Gathering every ounce of courage, he finally stepped inside, the silence amplifying his every breath. In a voice barely above a whisper, trembling with the weight of unspoken anxieties, he finally articulated the truth he had kept hidden for so long. "Sir," he began, his gaze fixed on the floor, "I'm terrible at studying. I can't remember things, I can't focus, and honestly, I just feel completely hopeless." It was a raw, vulnerable confession, a cry for help from a young soul on the brink of giving up. Mr. Bennett, a man whose wisdom seemed to radiate from his calm demeanor, didn't interrupt. He didn't offer platitudes or dismiss David's feelings. He simply listened, his eyes conveying a profound understanding, and then, a gentle, reassuring smile touched his lips. "You are absolutely not alone in feeling this way, David," he said, his voice warm and steady. Many people experience these struggles. And the most important truth you need to grasp right now is this: you possess the incredible power to change. Mr. Bennett then made a promise, a simple offer that would unknowingly become the catalyst for David's transformation. He promised to share 5 simple yet profoundly powerful lessons that extended far beyond the confines of academic study, touching upon the very essence of how to navigate life itself. David, in that moment of quiet desperation, couldn't possibly comprehend the magnitude of this conversation, how this gentle exchange would fundamentally reshape his entire future. For parents, this moment highlights the immense power of truly listening and offering hope, rather than judgment, when a child expresses their deepest fears. The next day, Mr. Bennett began their first lesson with a simple, yet profound demonstration. He handed David a clear glass bottle, half filled with murky, muddy water. "Tell me, David," he asked, his gaze steady, "what do you observe in this bottle?" David, peering at the swirling sediment, replied without hesitation, "It's just dirty water, sir. You can't see through it." The teacher then placed the bottle gently on his desk and, without another word, simply waited. Minutes ticked by, and slowly, almost imperceptibly, the heavier particles of dirt began to settle at the bottom. Gradually, the water at the top became clearer, then pristine, revealing the glass beneath. "Our minds, David," Mr. Bennett explained, his voice soft but impactful, "work in precisely the same way. When they are agitated, filled with the swirling mud of fear, stress, and endless distractions, everything becomes cloudy and impossible to discern." He continued, "But when we allow our minds to settle, when we intentionally calm the inner turmoil, clarity naturally appears. The answers, the understanding, the focus, they were always there, just obscured." The first lesson was a revelation, the absolute necessity of calming your mind before attempting to learn or tackle any challenge. Mr. Bennett offered a practical, empowering technique. Before you open a book, before you start a task, Take 5 minutes. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly and deeply. Let the noise, the worries, the racing thoughts, simply settle. David realized with a jolt that his primary problem wasn't a lack of intelligence, but a constant state of mental tension and agitation. This lesson is crucial for young adults navigating a noisy world, and a powerful reminder for parents to teach mindfulness as a foundational life skill. For their second lesson, Mr. Bennett introduced another simple yet powerful exercise. He lit a small candle, its flame dancing softly, and placed it directly in front of David. For the next few minutes, he instructed gently, "I want you to look only at this flame. Nothing else. Just the gentle movement, the light, the warmth." At first, David found it incredibly difficult. His mind, accustomed to darting between 1,000 thoughts, rebelled. Thoughts of upcoming exams, worries about friends, and lingering fears about his academic struggles kept pulling his attention away. But Mr. Bennett encouraged him to gently, without judgment, bring his focus back to the flame each time his mind wandered. Slowly, with persistent effort, David's attention began to settle, captivated by the mesmerizing, rhythmic dance of the tiny flame. "The past is gone, David," Mr. Bennett articulated, his voice a soothing balm. "It's a story already written. The future hasn't arrived, it's a story yet to unfold. The only moment that truly exists, the only moment where you can act, learn, or experience anything, is right now." This profound lesson taught David the invaluable skill of gently redirecting his focus when his mind inevitably drifted, not with anger or self-reproach, but with a calm, compassionate awareness. Learning, like life itself, can only truly happen in the present moment. For young adults, this is a powerful antidote to anxiety about the future and regret about the past, fostering a sense of control and presence. Parents can model this by being fully present with their children. Next, Mr. Bennett presented David with two contrasting objects, a dry sponge and a smooth, unyielding rock. He then poured a small stream of water over both. The sponge, with its porous surface, instantly absorbed the water, becoming heavier and fuller. The rock, however, remained unchanged, the water simply running off its hard exterior. Students who only memorize facts are often like the rock, the teacher explained, drawing a clear parallel. Information washes over them, but it doesn't truly penetrate or become a part of them. He continued, "But students who strive to understand are like the sponge. They absorb knowledge deeply, integrating it into their existing framework of understanding." The third lesson was a powerful paradigm shift: prioritize deep understanding over superficial rote memorization. To truly understand, Mr. Bennett emphasized, means to actively engage with the material. It means to constantly ask why. Why is this concept important? Why does it work this way? Why does it connect to other ideas? It means to actively connect new ideas to what you already know, building a rich web of knowledge. And crucially, it means to imagine real-life examples and applications, making abstract concepts tangible and relevant. When you genuinely understand something, that knowledge becomes a part of you, enduring and accessible. When you merely memorize, it often evaporates as quickly as it was acquired. This lesson empowers young adults to become critical thinkers, not just information regurgitators, and encourages parents to foster curiosity and inquiry in their children. For the fourth lesson, Mr. Bennett presented David with a large, solid wooden block, asking him to break it with his bare hands. David strained, grunted, and pushed, but the block remained stubbornly intact. It was an impossible task, overwhelming in its sheer size and density. Then, Mr. Bennett took the same block and, with a few precise cuts, divided it into several smaller, more manageable pieces. This time, when he asked David to break one of the smaller pieces, it snapped easily. "You cannot, and should not, try to learn everything at once, David," the teacher stated, the analogy crystal clear. Big, daunting goals often overwhelm us, leading to paralysis and a sense of hopelessness. But when we break those same goals down into smaller, achievable steps, we become empowered. Each small success builds momentum and confidence. This lesson taught David the invaluable strategy of effective task management and goal setting. He learned to systematically divide large, complex topics into smaller, digestible sections, making the learning process feel less intimidating and more approachable. He also learned the power of consistency, studying a little each day, rather than cramming, and incorporating short, refreshing breaks to prevent mental fatigue. Learning transformed from a terrifying, monolithic challenge into a series of manageable, even enjoyable, steps. This skill is vital for young adults tackling large projects and for parents teaching their children how to approach big challenges in life. For the final lesson, Mr. Bennett brought out two small pots, each containing a tiny seed. He carefully watered one pot daily, nurturing the nascent life within. The other pot, however, he deliberately neglected, leaving it dry and forgotten. After just a few days, the difference was stark. A vibrant green sprout emerged from the regularly watered pot, reaching towards the light, while the neglected pot remained barren and dry. Studying, David, and indeed any skill you wish to master, works in precisely the same way, Mr. Bennett explained, his voice emphasizing the profound truth. Consistent, regular effort, even in small doses, yields incredible results. 20 minutes of focused study every single day is infinitely more effective and beneficial than cramming for hours once a week. The fifth and final lesson underscored the paramount importance of consistency over sporadic intensity. It wasn't about achieving perfection in every single study session, but about the unwavering commitment to persistence. It was about showing up, day after day, even when motivation waned, knowing that each small effort contributed to a larger, more significant growth. This principle applies not just to academics, but to developing any talent, building any habit, or achieving any long-term goal. For young adults, this instills the value of discipline and patience, and for parents, it highlights the importance of fostering consistent routines and celebrating small, daily efforts. David, inspired and empowered by Mr. Bennett's wisdom, embraced every single lesson with unwavering dedication. At first, the progress felt agonizingly slow, almost imperceptible. There were days when old doubts resurfaced, when focus wavered, and when the sheer volume of material seemed overwhelming. But he remembered the muddy water, the candle flame, the sponge, the broken block, and the watered seed. He persisted. Week by week, month by month, the cumulative effect of these small, consistent actions began to manifest in remarkable ways. His ability to focus sharpened dramatically, his understanding of complex subjects deepened, and the suffocating grip of fear and self-doubt gradually began to loosen, replaced by a quiet, growing confidence. His grades, once a source of shame, steadily rose, reflecting his newfound clarity and comprehension. More importantly, however, he began to genuinely enjoy the process of learning, finding joy in discovery rather than dread and obligation. The profound change in David's life didn't happen overnight, nor was it the result of some magical, instantaneous transformation. It was the direct outcome of countless small, intentional actions, repeated diligently, day after day. It was a testament to the power of consistent effort, guided by simple, yet profound, principles. What once felt utterly impossible now felt not only achievable but exciting. 5 years later, David had indeed become a successful individual, thriving in his chosen path. But what he cherished most, what truly defined his journey, was not the external markers of success. It was the indelible memory of that quiet afternoon, the day a compassionate teacher saw beyond his struggles and believed in his untapped potential. It was the realization that true strength comes from within, nurtured by wisdom and consistent effort. If you, whether a young adult navigating the complexities of growth or a parent guiding a child through their own challenges, find yourself struggling, whether with academics, personal goals, or the broader journey of life, remember these timeless lessons. Take a moment to calm your mind, allowing clarity to emerge from the chaos. Strive to stay present, engaging fully with the moment at hand, for that is where true learning and living occur. Always seek deep understanding, rather than superficial memorization, for knowledge that truly sticks. Break down overwhelming challenges into smaller, manageable pieces, celebrating each step forward. And most importantly, practice regularly, consistently, for it is through persistence, not perfection, that lasting change is forged. David's inspiring story reminds us that perceived failure is not a definitive sign of weakness, but rather a powerful signal, an invitation to pause, reflect, and courageously change our approach. True, sustainable growth doesn't spring solely from innate talent, it blossoms from the fertile ground of a calm mind, deep understanding, the courage to take small, deliberate steps, and the unwavering power of daily persistence. Each lesson Mr. Bennett shared with David reflects a fundamental truth we often overlook. A truly great life, filled with purpose and achievement, is built quietly, brick by brick, through patience, self-belief, and consistent, intentional effort. If David's journey resonated with you, if it sparked a flicker of hope or offered a new perspective on your own path or how you guide your children, please consider supporting our mission. Subscribe to our channel, share this message with someone who needs to hear it, and join our community. Your engagement empowers us to continue crafting meaningful stories and sharing transformative insights that can truly change lives, one inspiring lesson at a time.